Coming at you live from Skeleton City. Today we got a question that's probably the most requested question I've been asked, and it's what's the deal with caffeine? What's wrong with caffeine? Why shouldn't I take caffeine if I'm on the sugar diet? So I'm going to go over exactly why you should cut out caffeine from your diet, especially when eating this way. So number one, my trifecta of health is being lean, having a high VO2 max, and being drug-free, caffeine-free, stimulant-free. If you can accomplish all three of those things, in my opinion, you are a very healthy person. And that's how I measure health. So if anybody ever says, eat this way, do this, take this, yada, 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 basically, if they don't have my trifecta of health, it's a lot harder for me to take their opinion seriously. And you know what? That's my trifecta of health. Maybe they have their own trifecta of health, which is another story. But since you guys are here listening to me, I'm going to try and reasonably state why my trifecta of health makes sense. Okay? So now I'm going to explain why the caffeine-free part is included in my trifecta. So first things first, caffeine is stimulating your adrenal glands and it's causing your cortisol to spike, and cortisol is the stress hormone. So you're basically putting your body in fight or flight mode. And cortisol is not always bad. At certain times of the day, cortisol is more important. Before bed, you don't ever want to have high cortisol. That's when you want to lower your cortisol. But first thing in the morning, it's actually good to increase your cortisol. But doing that with caffeine, that's too much. So how you can increase your cortisol first thing in the morning is sunlight. Get sun in your eyes, go outside and look at the sunrise. That's going to increase your cortisol, and that's good. For me, I wake up very early, usually around 3:30 to 4 a.m. So obviously the sun's not out yet. So what I do is I use really bright studio lights, and the blue light from those lights, whenever that hits your eyes, that immediately starts increasing your cortisol. Actually, the first thing I do is turn my phone on and turn it on full brightness and shine that in my eyes. And then I turn on the bright lights after. Another good tip before bed, you can put your iPhone, if you click it 3 times, see how that just turned red? That's red light, and that's way better for your eyes. So when you guys are going to sleep before bed, like you can turn it on, you can turn it off just by clicking 3 times. Turning your phone on red light mode, that will actually help keep your cortisol levels lower at the end of the night, so then you get better sleep. And also for all the people that check their phones in the middle of the night and then they look at their phone, blast their eyes with that blue light. If you have your phone set to red light mode, then if you want to check your phone in the middle of the night, want to see what time it is, whatever, it's way less harsh and it's better for your cortisol levels. But anyways, back to the issue at hand. So cortisol is actually something you want first thing in the morning, but not at the crazy high amounts that caffeine and coffee are going to give to you. And then also, caffeine is not real energy. It's fake energy, if that's what we want to call it. It's basically a stimulant that's tricking your brain into thinking you're not tired. And since we're getting so much energy from actual nutrition, from fruit, juice, sugar, etc., we don't need any extra fake energy. And also, when you're eating this diet, you need to make sure you're getting enough sugar in. And if you're taking a bunch of caffeine, you could actually be under eating, which is not the point. We don't want to undereat here. We want to eat enough. So we have great energy. But if you're mixing in all this fake caffeinated energy, then you might actually end up under eating and slowing your metabolism down with the whole science of the FGF21 or whatever. I don't even care about the science. Whatever's happening whenever we're eating this diet, you want to make sure that you have enough sugar. And that's just another reason on why caffeine can just get in the way and just muddle things up. I've had a lot of people ask the question, like, why am I so jittery? I just started this diet for the last 3 days. I'm like super anxious or super jittery, whatever. And most of the time I ask them, are you on caffeine? They say yes. And I've never felt jittery. I haven't taken caffeine since 2007. That was the last time I've ever experienced jitters. I did not have a good experience from that. Since I've been eating a high sugar diet, I have not experienced any jittery or anxiety or anything like that. Actually, sugar lowers cortisol, so I'm always in a very cool and calm and collected mood. So for all the people that are experiencing jitters, that's another side effect of mixing the artificial energy from caffeine mixed with the real energy you're getting from sugar. And it's like an energy overload, and then you might just be like too wired and stimulated, And that could also disrupt your sleep or prevent you from getting good sleep at the end of the night. In a nutshell, to answer the question, why no caffeine? Really, it's just unnecessary. necessary. When you're eating this way, you just don't need it. So I would suggest, though, to wean off the caffeine. I know there's a lot of nasty symptoms from just like cold turkey cutting out coffee and caffeine. So definitely wean off of it. And that's what I suggest. If you're drinking 5 cups of coffee a day, maybe ease down 4 and then 3, etc. But yes, you ultimately want to get rid of it from your diet. You'll be a much healthier person in the long run. So yeah, I know this is another controversial topic as well. Don't come after me. I'm just the messenger. I know coffee is really important to a lot of people. It's like their morning ritual. It's just something that a lot of people live by, but I'm just sharing the truth. So don't come after me because I'm trying to take your coffee away. So yeah, let me know in the comments if you have any questions about this, or if you just think I'm completely wrong and you have a good reason on why that is. Let me know. And until next time, my friends, stay bony.